And a couple things have moved in a direction that we would like to see, so let's take a look at what those are. Number one, all right, how's it going? My name's Christopher McGee. I'm the owner of Halcyon Real Estate, affiliated with the Keller Williams Market Center here in Salt Lake City, Utah. Today is the 11th of November, 2024. This is the Numbers, the Nuance. This is where you come weekly in order to know exactly what is going on in Utah's housing market. As always, I'll tell you what my nuanced opinion is of the numbers that I'm looking at right off the MLS, and then we'll transition to showing you exactly what they were for right now and for numbers reported for last week. We chart those numbers and we'll look at the trends just like every other week that I do this. So let's get to it. Let me talk about the nuance of our market right now. Nothing too unexpected. Right now, things are basically as we would expect them in this season in Q4. And a couple things have moved in a direction that we would like to see, so let's take a look at what those are. Number one, average home price this last week dropped significantly into the low 600K range. Now, that's not a trend. The trend we've seen is that it's been in the mid to low 700K range. Average home price has been for the last like 6 weeks, but I've been thinking it just wouldn't stay there. It didn't make sense seasonally, and so I was saying come January I think we'll be in the 600K range. Remains to see obviously if 600K range will be a trend starting this week, but we'd love to see that, wouldn't we? But it's a good direction to go. So we'll just cross our fingers for everybody trying to buy a home right now that things stay not continuing to travel up as far as average home price goes. Number two, interest rates came back down. Now, markets aren't open today because it is Veterans Day. And by the way, thank you for your service if you have served in our military. Happy Veterans Day. And because today is Veterans Day, markets aren't open, and the rate I'm recording today is where the rates closed last Friday. But it is down after almost 2 months of it going up, and that's good. So let's go ahead and look at these numbers. Our inventory sits at 11,045, which is up just a touch from the previous week. This is trending down. Average days on market for any property that's put on the MLS is sitting at about 58 days for last week. So that's up a bit from the previous week, and this is also trending up. Average list price down sharply, like I said. For the prior week, came to $611,750. Average sold price came to $603,317. Also sharply down, and so the difference now between average list and average sold price last week came to a difference of $8,433 in the buyer's favor. Down further away from zero than it was last week it being over zero difference between list and sold, and trending recently more volatile than we have seen it for like a year and a half. Trending more and more volatile into being in favor of the seller. The number of homes sold last week came to 518. That's less than the previous week. This is trending down. The number of homes under contract right now comes to 4,703, down from the previous week. This is trending down. The number of price reductions we had last week bumped up from 900 to 1,029. This has been trending down fairly sharply for the last 6 data points, 6 weeks or so, but it did jump up a bit, still not to the high it got to at all, but we'll see where it goes. The number of listing contracts that were either canceled, expired, or withdrawn from the MLS last week came to 337, which is down from last week's spike, because last week was the first reporting of a month, and so it always spikes on that day. Nevertheless, this is trending up, as you can see across time. And last but not least, the interest rates sitting at about 6.92%, which is down from the previous week. That's good. We don't really want to see it up in the 7s anymore. I've talked a lot about not wanting to see it come down too fast. I stand by that, but I don't really want it going up anymore at all either, to be sure. And that is it this week, guys. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll be happy to respond. Of course, if you or anybody you know is looking to buy or sell a home or an investment property here in Utah, especially in Davis County, Salt Lake County, or Utah County, hopefully it's clear here that I know this market like the back of my hand. I'm thorough, I'm professional. I'd love to work with you, be on your team, advise you, make sure you always know what's coming around the corner, what's happening next, and how to be best prepared for it in any real estate transaction. And of course, if you'd like to stay educated on Utah's housing market, there is no better way than to hit that subscribe. Just stay educated with me from week to week. Thanks for watching this week, guys. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.